What's up? It's your boy Reemus, and in this video I'm gonna be speaking about what I've learned from boxing, because boxing's my baby. Boxing helped raise me. But I'm gonna, because people talk about boxing as a physical sport, but people actually in the sport know that it's way more than that. It's mental. You learn a lot of life lessons. They're even talking about including it in schools and stuff like that. So I'm gonna talk about, a life lesson I've learned that boxing taught me. And I think one of the greatest lessons that I got from boxing is the fact that you can come from nothing to something. Why not you? Like, why can you not be the person who comes from absolutely zero, minus poverty, like Manny Pacquiao, selling donuts and stuff, barely eating what you need to nourish yourself, and you can rise up and get $100 million check? If that isn't inspirational to you, it's you, because that is inspirational. Actually, I've read stories of a lot of champions, a lot of fighters who have literally not only changed their life financially, but have changed themselves mentally, changed themselves physically. We see Tyson Fury go from 400 pounds or losing 100 pounds or something to get in shape, losing that massive gut, getting out of depression and suicide because boxing saved him in that way. We see thousands of people who come from poverty to become champions and make a life for their family, their child. It's actually crazy. I think we get desensitized to stuff like that. I think sometimes we forget how great that actually is, to actually be struggling to eat meals, to rising up to get $1 million checks, so you know that you probably, as long as you manage the money right, you can actually ensure your next generation is covered. Like, that's amazing. To me, it's so inspirational. To me, I think if Muhammad Ali can say I'm the greatest and actually prove it, I can say it. If Mike Tyson can be a kid that was bullied and then he was in a whole lot of trouble, to turn around and rise to the top in a matter of years, why can't I do it? But don't think about me. Why can't you do it? Men have done greater things before. Even the women now with women's boxing. There's a couple of them rising up, and I'm sure they've changed their circumstances too. So why not you? It makes me resent society sometimes, because the lessons that I have to go, the lessons that actually are beneficial are not in school. Boxing was my school. That was my education. Or one of the things that was my education. Maybe it's one particular subject we could call it, but why did school never have a class that taught me why not me? Why not me? Why can't I? If another person can do it, why not me? Floyd Mayweather may have a lot of haters, right? But you know one thing I realized from the documentary that I made on the Reemus boxing page? It's called The Rise and Reign of Floyd Mayweather. A lot of people who were haters comment on that video and say, Reemus, I actually hated Floyd before I watched this. Now I see where he actually came from. I'm a fan. Like, I have so many comments like that. And I think to myself, it's actually crazy. It's actually crazy. You have to go to a documentary to get that type of lesson. But you won't just get it in normal life. And I'm sure people have watched that documentary and will say, damn, Floyd came from the gutter. Floyd came from the bottom. If he can do it, I can do it too. The fact Cus was so confident about being, Customado, Mike Tyson's mentor, was so confident about being able to take a kid from the streets and raise him and elevate him to think that he's great, to think in a matter of years that he can be champion and he can walk with the gods. God damn it, I love that sport. So that's one of the lessons that I learned from boxing. It set me on the path of believing why, or thinking like this. Why not me? If Floyd can do it, why not me? If Canelo can do it, why not me? If Tyson Fury can lose all that weight even though he is depressed and suicidal, why not me? Why not me? And that's the end of the video. So see you in the next one. Peace.